judge embarrasses Nigeria government's lawyer for not releasing Sowore. Justice Ijoma Ojukwu of the Federal High Court, Abuja, embarrasses Hassan Lima, counsel representing the federal government in the case against Omoyele Sowore. The judge at the ongoing case today was furious at the decision of the Department of State Services for not releasing Sowore and the co-defendant, Olawale Bakari, despite signing a release order. The judge asked Liman and the DSS, who granted another order for Sowore not to be released. She asked, who gave that order? Are we running a parallel court? Didn't I verify his sureties? The judge asked. Unable to provide an answer, the judge blasted Liman and ordered him to sit down. She awarded a fine of 100,000 naira against the DSS to be paid to Sowore for not releasing him. So guys, that is just the latest, but from my own understanding with this news, it's like the case is still ongoing, or is it just that that's the end of the whole thing? You know, she awarded a fine of 100,000 naira against the DSS to be paid to Sowore for not releasing him, and asking him all of those questions, and the man could not really answer. The Lima and the DSS could not really answer that. Who gave that order? Are we running a parallel court? Didn't I verify his sureties? As you know, the judge asked. But the question I really want to ask is that, is judiciary really independent? Because the way it is stipulated in the constitution, the executive, the legislature, and the judiciary, they are three arms of government that they are supposed to be working separately. They are supposed to be autonomous, independent. But why is it that the executive is having more, more power on them? Is having an upper hand on them? Why is it so? If they say, oh, the president is the, has a more superior power, but irrespective of the power that the president might have, the power should be within his own executive, whatever, or power. Then why must it be extended to judiciary and the legislature? And the reason is that, because I don't know why it is now is the job of the duty of the executive to be appointing the CGN, to be appointing, all of those people. You know that I've been saying, and in my opinion, the EFCC chairman, the CBN governor, the INEC chairman, why is it that the power is given to the executive, especially the president, to nominate them? If such power is being given to the president from the angle of the executive, how do you expect him not to have a upper hand over all of these people? And the a lot of Nigerians have been coming out. What is NBA doing? What is the judiciary itself doing? Because there's a court today. That's why the woman was able to ask that kind of question. But before now, why didn't they ask that question? Now those people who have been saying, oh, hey, let them present the sources, let them present the sources. What is there? If that is what the DSS wants, why can't the lawyers present the case or present the sources to them? Let them go and present themselves to the DSS. Even the so-called professor of law, Issei Sage, he said it that if that is what the DSS wants, then the Sowore lawyers should be able to do the needful and just present the shorties to them. Then if the DSS ask for other things, then they will now know that the fault is from the DSS. In a country that's supposed to, have law and order, a so-called professor will be saying that. Is that a requirement for DSS to release anybody when the court has already given an order? You can imagine these are the so-called people who will be covering a lot of things. They are not even helping the president. Whether the president is just adamant on his own, he doesn't want to do anything, or maybe that is his own style, or people are there surrounding him, giving him bad advice. But the way the president is, I don't think anybody is going to be advising him. He's just doing what he wants to do. This government that they are running is government of bitterness, politics of bitterness. I don't know whether it's a revenge mission he came for. That you are, when after judiciary must have given their order, they went to school. They are professionals. You are not a professional. You are just being elected to be there. You have to obey, irrespective of the presidential order you might have or the power you might have. You must obey to the law of the land. You must obey the law of the land. That is just the way it is. Because if we have this kind of people around him, even the vice president who continue to sing his name, all of those people who are supporting him, oh, the man is gentle, the man is this and that, people are just trying to whatever. If you really have integrity, can't you resign? Is it by force you must be there? Let's call a spade a spade. When things are going wrong. So now, the people who are supporting, who are saying, oh, what do you expect the vice president to say? As a vice president and a professor of law, for that matter, he's not saying anything. The only thing he will be saying, oh, Buhari is so tolerant, Nigerians should emulate him because there's a chapel at the back of his kitchen. Which people are saying, was he even the one that built it? Is it not supposed to be government property? So because he came on board, then everything that has been on ground, he will just remove them because he's not tolerant. What are we talking about? Then if he cannot be tolerant, then he have to leave the place. These are the people that people always refer them to as psychophants. You will see the truth, you will cover it up. So now, as the judge has said, ask the DSS, the lawyer, the federal government lawyer, that who gave you the order? Are we running a parallel government? After I've given order that this man should be released, you are saying you need shorties, you want to see the shorties. Who gave you that permission? What's effrontery? And he couldn't even answer. So you want to tell me that the vice president does not know that the DSS does not need to see the shorties before these people will be released, or the people that are in their custody. And he could not even utter a word. And you are telling me somebody, when people, most of the time I feel for the vice president, I feel for him, because the way people talk at him, the way people lambast him, the way people insult him, the way people talk down on him, I always feel sorry for him. But it's like the man he does not even feel sorry for himself. How can this kind of impunity be going on around you, and you are quiet and you are not saying anything? You will leave the main thing you have been talking about on how to please the president. Be talking, the president is this, president is that, and you have got to obey the president. You are going to be loyal to him till the end of time. What kind of thing is that? Is that not psychophancy? And some people will just come out and just be petting these people and besiding them and be protecting them. I don't just get it. I don't get it. These are the people who are destroying your lives. These are the people who don't even care about you, who don't even give a damn of what happens to you. They will tell you they are sharing 10,000. The 10,000 they shared now, of what use is it to our GDP? Of what use is it to even the people that collected that money? Of what use is it? We'll be celebrating mediocrity. Majority of them are just mediocres, unqualified, ruling the qualified. The qualified people can't even get there. So what will people now say? Those who have been coming out to say, if not that the shorties they have a serious motive, why can't they present themselves to the DSS? Then everything will be over. If really they want their man be released, excuse me. And one of the lawyers, Sowore's lawyer, said, no, they cannot continue to just be aligned to what they are saying. The first thing, oh, they didn't come for Sowore. Oh, the second time, oh, it might be knocked down. Even the lawyer went there, Falana went there, and they turned him back. So because somebody is the president now, somebody is now the DSS whatever boss now, it should now everybody should now be running skater. For what? They put you guys there. We pay our taxes and we elected you. When you are coming for a vote, you beg us. Now you don't want us to talk. For what? What kind of a thing is that? And those who have purported in their hearts they want to be slaves, be supporting anything, let them continue. Whosoever, a lot of people are standing, whosoever that is going to be there, irrespective of how close or how related they are to the people in power, they will say the truth. Forget all of those rubbish here because you are my father, because you are my mother, you are doing wrong thing. I will tell you to your face, who are you? You are doing the wrong thing and you expect me because I'm your child or because I attend the same church with you, because I attend the same mosque with you, then I should be supporting you for what? For what? So people who are not opportune to have you people there, they should be bound to the Philistine because they are not close to the power. So they should go to hell. They should suffer. Because you are enjoying. Any other person can suffer. In as much you are okay with your family, every other person should suffer. Very, very, very unfortunate. Now we are hearing from the judge herself Because maybe people will say, oh, the people are just talking, out of sentiment. Okay, now the lawyer has said the written that they don't have the right to request for shorties. They don't have that right. And now they are finding them 100,000. What is 100,000 naira? So what will now happen at the end of the day? I don't know. Like I said, from the news we are hearing that whether the case is still ongoing or that is just the final. Are they going to release him? Because the court has already said they are going to jail the DSS boss. What has happened now? What is the time frame given to them for him to be released? Does it mean this is just a matter of, oh, you are just telling him off, or you should sit down, fine him 100,000 naira and all of that? Is that what we are talking about? No, is it people have been talking about this infringement on his human rights? People say no, go and sit down. How can I be using that language? Okay, you guys have done your words, you've charged him to court. Then the lawyer said, or the judge said, release him. Release him pending where we are going to be out of all of these charges you have you put up against him. And you can't even do that. If you are really sure of the charges, you've levied against him, then you should not allow him to go. Then he will come back, because you know that definitely he will not escape it. Then why are you trying to hold him back? If really what you have charged him for is reasonable, or those things are reasonable, you would have allowed him to go. Then he will come back and be, his lawyer will be presenting him each time there is going to be a court case. If you are sure of what you have charged him for, definitely you won't be perturbed. You would have released him. Then he will be coming back for subsequent cases or judgments, as you may call it, because they know that what they have filed against him is not tenable, and everybody, the whole world, is saying they are very, 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 very wrong for doing that. The government is very, very wrong. Why are you holding him if really you know what you have charged, that he has really offended the nation? He has offended you. He has gone against the constitution of the land. What are we talking about? And some people who have purported in their lives, they've purported that the suffering is just going to be their portion. That is why they are always supporting what is not. If I support you today and you do anyhow tomorrow, I will tell you to your face, that is just the way it is. I support you today because you are doing right thing. If you change, then we change again. If you change, we change again. We know people who have supported in the past, and they change, we change again. If you think that you want to deceive Nigerians, you change, we change. We change for you. And that is why I'm really commending Sowore. People say, oh, you think the way he was insulting Goodluck Jonathan, then you think Buhari will tolerate that. Somebody who spoke against Jonathan, he spoke against Jonathan, and because whether it is, of course, let's forget about all those whatever. You spoke against Jonathan. Did he speak against Jonathan, unjustly? Are we not witnesses to what happened under Jonathan and PDP? What are we talking about? If somebody does not do well, you fire the person, let the person go, let another person come. If you come, for the fact that they fire you because of another person and you want to misbehave, you will still be fired. That is just the way it is. The people who are complaining now that Sowore was instrumental for Buhari to have come in, they are the one that they are hypocritical. Because even when Goodluck Jonathan was there, a lot of people, those who are criticizing Buhari now, they were saying, oh, leave Jonathan alone, leave Jonathan alone. Now, Buhari, this government is misbehaving. You are now talking. And the same Sowore criticized both men. And you are saying, oh, because he criticized Jonathan, then he does not criticize Buhari. Because he has the integrity. We know a lot of them that have defected from PDP to APC now, that are singing different songs. Akpabio, the video just went viral again. What he said concerning Buhari, can he come and say the same thing before Buhari now that he's working with Buhari? Oh, I was campaigning for Jonathan in 2015, but my mind was with a Buhari. What kind of a statement? See, that these are the people that are leading us. People who do not have integrity. Who do not have integrity, they will say something in the morning, in the afternoon, they will change their mind. They will start to justify it. What kind of people are we? What kind of people are all of these people? You are not saying, oh, she worried this, this and that is good for him. You are the one who, hypocrisy that is embedded in Nigeria. It's not something that one can even be talking about. If somebody is doing the wrong thing because you feel the person is not closer to you, and you are criticizing the person, and at the end of the day, when the person who is now your person doing the wrong thing, you want to cover it up, what are we talking about? Kudos to kudos to Sowore. Even as we are speaking, everybody is speaking for Sowore. People who are speaking, not everybody, people who are speaking in favor of Sowore. If Sowore misbehaves today, we will see the same thing. People who have that integrity, who have conscience, we still speak against him. You can't do that. They will remind you when you were like this. People speak for you because they felt that you were doing the right thing. But now you are changing. People will sit into a face. Not that not for who? Who that will help? You are covering somebody. You are trying to side the person. You are trying to say good things about the person. Does that put food on your table? Even if it puts food on your own particular table, what of other people? Is it putting food on other people's table that you want to, you don't want to care? So guys, I don't know what you think. That is just my mind. I'm just bearing my mind out, and I don't know what's going to happen at the end of the day. Whether awarding 100,000 naira that DSS should pay Sowore 100,000 naira, whether that is going to be the end. They are not going to release him. What are they going to do about it for DSS to have disobeyed court orders? So guys, I would like to hear from you. Leave your comments below and let's hear your own take and learn. Thank you very much. Bye.